Good afternoon, everyone. This is Bremster, and I'm coming to you with another puzzle now that I am back from holidays. This puzzle is from Panthera, and she's done an excellent job of jumping my queue with a puzzle called Happy Birthday Fell and Brem. So I kind of had to record it on my birthday and get it out before the birthday celebrations were done. So yesterday was my wife's birthday, so Fell's birthday, and today is mine. This is why we've been on holidays and going and doing all of our trips. We always celebrate at this time of year. And we are, and this puzzle came in from Panthera for us as a present. Yep, it's going to be done on the channel, and I'm going to try and get it out today, hopefully before my wife needs me for something. So we will find out. So this is a Japanese sum puzzle, and it is a two-color Japanese sum puzzle. So the way Japanese sum works is we need to shade the grid so that there are regions that sum to the total of the digits that are given. So, for example, in this column, there will be a region summing to 42. In this column, there will be a region summing to 33. And in this column, there'll be a region summing to 7 that is orange. In this row, there'll be a green region summing to 5 and nothing else. Where there are multiple numbers, if they're the same color like here, we could have, for example, an orange region here and an orange region here, but these would have to be separated by gray cells. So if you're separating regions of the same color, they have to be separated by gray cells. But where you've got black clues, all you need is the clues to have a color change. So if the 2 was an orange 2, this could either then lead to a gray and then into orange or into green, or it could lead straight into green. We don't know. So that's how Japanese sum work. Like all of the puzzles, normal Sudoku rules apply, which I think I described. I'm a little daunted by this puzzle. We will have to see how it goes. Because this is a Japanese sum puzzle, I just need to load my calculator, because I will be using my killer cage stuff. Hopefully not as much for the math, but more to figure out what the maximum and minimum cage sizes are. And we will see how we go. So let's give this a shot. So a 42 cage must be at least 7, because the sum of a column of all the digits 1 to 9 must be 45. And if you take 3 away, you can either do that with 3 or 1 or 2. If you do that with 3, this will be 8 long. If you do that with 1 or 2, this will be 7 long. Now, if we were to start here and go 7 long, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it will include all of those cells. And the same if we start here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we know that is definitely included in the 42. Now 38 is the next biggest number. 38 must be at least 6 cells. So whether we start here or here, these cells will be included. 33 can be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So this cell must be included in the 33. That one doesn't have to be if it starts at the bottom. Oh, I can't come all the way to the bottom with this 42, because if I started here, it would be green. So the 42, as we said, must be at least 7 cells. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This cell must be included as well in the 42. And the 33 as well, actually. The 33 must be 5, and it can't come into the bottom row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This cell must be included in the 33. Oh, that's interesting. This column sums to 45 already. So each row, column, on box will sum to 45, relevant mostly for columns and rows and columns in a Japanese sum. And 31 plus 10 plus 4 is 45. So every cell in that column cannot be grey. So that means that this cell here must be green. And it cannot be a 5 because this has to be no larger than a 4. But it could be smaller than a 4. So it could be a 1, a 3, or a 4. And, oh, hang on, I can't put a green in this row. So this just has to be a 4. And this has to become a 5, so this has to be a 1. And the rest of this row becomes grey. Oh, and that works because... Oh, that only not just works because this is a 1 clue at the bottom of this column, but because this column also sums to 45. Okay, so 2 cells at least to make 10, 3 cells at least to make 24. To make 31, I need at least... Well, 24 requires... Hang on, 31... I'm just going to look. 31 I can do in 5, I can't do in 4. So I need at least 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need at least 5 to make 31. And I must do color changes. But it could go to here, and then this could be orange. To do 20, I need at least 3. So they must be green. I don't know the distribution of these cells. This could grow because I can add more cells to a 12 for certain. These could grow. I could add more cells to a 10. But I can't add 2 more cells to this 10 because for this to be a 4-cell 10, this would need to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can't add a 1 or a 4 to this box. So these would have to be 1 and 4 at the same time, which doesn't work. So, okay. Now, I've just added all of this. What does this do for any of this stuff? I'm wondering about row 3 and row 5. But row 4 is actually more interesting because I've got 2 different shaded regions of different colors, but I've got a green here and an orange here. So these must connect, because if these weren't connected, then I would have 3 numbers here. And this needs to be at least 18, and I can't do 18 in 2. So that's actually all green. And then this is 16 in at least 3. Can it be? Yeah, of course it can be 4. 4 can be anything from 10 up. So this needs to start with... The first coloured cell in this row needs to be a 2. An 11 must be at least 2. A 19 must be at least 3. So if this was the 2 and I put the 12 in there, I couldn't... This has to be the 19, I think. Because I think that I'm sure... yeah, this has to be the 19 because the 11 has to be at least 2. So if I put 2 here, I can't put 19 in here and separate it. If I try and put a different color in here, what's it going to be? Even if I make it gray, then that means this has to be... Well, this would be have to be 12, 19, or 12 or 19, and it can't be because it's a single cell. So it can't be grey. So this has to be more than one cell long because so it automatically connects to this. And then the question is, what can this be? Well, if this was 12, I would need to fit 19 and 11 in there, which I can't do. And if this is 11, I need to fit 19, 12, and 2 in there, which I can't do. This is the 19. So I need to make 12 in there and a 2 there. And there is an 11 in here somewhere, which could be, can it be 3 cells? I don't think it can. I've got 30, 40, I've got 44. So I need to have a 1 in one of those two spots because the 11 must be either there or there, either way. Oh no, I can't tell if it's orange or green. If it's there, it must be green for the color change on this border. But if it's there, I could have a grey and then go back to orange. This is a single contiguous region, so that must be orange. Hang on, these are 3 cells. That's a 7, 8, 9. Hang on, there's a fair bit going on here. What? Column 1. So green must be 15 must be at least 2 cells. It could go further, but this is a 3, but this is a 2. So this must be an orange 1, and then all of this must be grey. Now what's this? This is a 10. There's a lot of options for 10 in 3 though, isn't there? Oh, except I can't put a 1 in it. Hang on, I can't use a 1 or a 4. So it's 2, 3, 5. The absolute minimums I can use. That one's not a 2. 18 in 3 has an absolute buttload of options. Sorry, quite a few options, but I can't use 1 or 2. But 3, 4, and 5 is... yeah, I've got so many options there. Hang on. The minimum on this cell, though, is 6. I don't think that helps me. It still leaves 12 in there, which is ridiculously lots. Although, I can't use a high digit here. But that could be almost anything. I'm not going to... I'm going to look for something else first. That's a 9 in 3 cells. That can't grow. So this must be a different color. Oh, hang on, it could be grey. So what I could do is I could go green, grey, 2, or green, grey, 6, 2, 17, or green, orange, something, because the numbers are low enough. Or I could go green, grey, grey, 6 to 17 might even be possible. Yeah, it looks like it would, because 17 would be 8 and 9. Can I do 9 in 3 without 2 or 6? Yeah, 1, 3, 5. Yeah, I could absolutely do that. So, yeah, there's still way too many options here. So where am I looking? Is it this? Hang on, that's a 7, 8, or 9. If I've got a 7 or 8 or a 9 in a 10 cage, it can't be a 3, so oh yes it can. It can be 1, 2, 7. Well, this can't be a 9. I've got that because I can't put a 1 there. If it's an 8, this is a 2. This can't be a 5 because I can't. This is a minimum of 7. So this is 7, 3, 8, 2, or 7, 2, 1. This is 12. 9 and 3, 8. Can't be 8, 4. But it could be 8, 3, 1 or 8, 2, 2. Yeah. 7, 5. Yeah, there's too many options. What am I missing? This row. What's the maximum 16 can be? Well, 16, you can do 16 in 4, but the minimum you hit 5. Oh no, you can do 16 in 5 with, because 4 you can get to 10, but the minimum you get to 6, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 21. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That must be grey. I don't know how that helps me. No, 15 could easily be in 4. I was going to look at this as well. So I've got 19 in here. I could easily do 11 with 7 and 4 here, and then put the 1 in there. I've got a 1 in there, but that's not... Ooh, there is a big storm outside. So big it's getting through my noise-cancelling headphones. Hopefully the noise reduction on my microphone will be meaning that you're not hearing that. What am I supposed to be doing now? 6, 2, and 13. Well, that could be 6, but then I'd have to fit 2 and 13 down there. So this is 13. It's not 2. I can't put like 1.5 in here. So this is the 13. So I need to put 6 and 2 up here. But that could be grey and then 2 colours, or it could be 2 cells for the 6 and a single cell for the 2. Okay, what is this? Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place looking for what I'm supposed to put in. So the outies, so the digits that are not shaded, sum to 3. I can't use a 1, so this is a 2 or a 3. If it's a 3, everything else in this column is shaded. If it's a 2, then I need to put a grey 1 into one of those cells. These sum to 12. So they're 9, 3, 8, 4, 7, 5. So they're either 9, 3, 7, 4, or 8, 5. And that's because of those. So putting some pressure on this 18, I'm going to start using my calculator a little bit more liberally. So the 18, I can use one digit from 7, 8 or 9. So I can't use 3, 7, 8. I can use one digit from 3, 4, 5. Well, I must use a 6 because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I must use a 6 in it. So anything that doesn't have a 6 can go. So it's 3, 6, 9, 4, 6, 8, or 5, 6, 7. I don't think that's helped me much. This is the 13. This is a 9. If I do 6, 2, I can do 17 in here. 6, 2, I could do 17 starting with that orange. 6 has to go in here. But this could be grey, right? Because I can do 33 in 5. Yes, it would have to have 7, 8, 9 in it, but I can absolutely do 33 in 5. If this is the 2, hang on, this is... I could put greys and then a 6 here, then put a 2 and a 17. So if these are both grey, this becomes a 6, this becomes a 2, these become 17. No, I can't do that because these digits over here are too small. I'd need to use an 8 or a 9. I can't use an 8 or a 9 over here for the 17. So if this is grey, then let's just assume that this is a 6. So let's call this a green 6, which I couldn't do anyway because... Hang on, that would have broken that column. So this can't be grey without that being grey. Because if I make this a green one, to make this the 6, then I've broken the 6, 2 here. Because we know this is the 13. So that doesn't work. Now, if I make this orange... Can I do 13 in 4? I don't think I... Yeah, I can. So let's make this orange. And make this the 13. This is a 6. This is a 2. This is a 17. But I've blown the totals in these columns. So I cannot make this grey on its own. If I make both of those grey, then I've got exactly the same problems and I've blown the totals. They cannot be grey. So this needs to be a colour, and therefore, if it's... No, green can't go to 4. This is orange. And 6 in 3 would again mean that these 17s are too high. So this has to be a 6 on its own. I now need to colour change to a 2. And then the 17 starts here, and it must be at least 2, but it could grow because the numbers would now get small enough over the right here. But this doesn't total 45. 9 and 6 is 15, plus 2 is 17. 17 times 2 is 34. I need 2 cells that are grey. They must be grey because I have to have 11 outside. So these 2 cells sum to 11. Now this 2 is the 2 above the 13, so these 2 must sum to 6, and I can't use a 6 on its own. So these 2 sum to 6. I can't use 2, 4, those are 1, 5. Now I've got 13 without using 1 or 2 or 5. Now, I can't, if I do 13 in 3, and again, I'm using my calculator because if I did this in my head, I'd be here for hours. 13 in 3 without 1 or 2 leaves me with only 3, 4, 6. 13 in 4 is impossible, and 13 in 5 just can't be done because the minimum for 5 cells is 15. So this has to be 13 in 3. These become grey, and this is 3, 4, 6, which means these are now known to be 7, 8, and 9. This is not a 6 because the 6 must live up here. This is 17 in 2. This is an 8, 9. So now I've got to get 11 in 2. Well, I can't use 9, 2. I can't use 8, 3. I can't use 6, 5. This must be 7, 4. So these are now known to be 1, 3, and 5, which does sum to 9. I can't put 1 in either of those, so that's my 1. 3, 5, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that hasn't quite opened up. But I'm getting somewhere. Maybe. So these are a 12. 9 plus 3, 8 plus 4, or 7 plus 5. That's still fine. These are 19, and I still need to put an 11 over here with the 1 outside of it. So these sum to 12. Without, must use a 1, can't use a 2. There's a lot of options there. This could be a 7 because the coloured cell somewhere could be a 3, 4 or a 6, 1. Like I could go 1, 6 here and they could be shaded. And this is not shaded. So in this column I need a 5 and a 6. There's multiple ways of doing that. This is not part of the 6 clue. That's fairly clear. I can't. So this is part of the 18 clue because there's no way I could put 18, 6, and then 16 below. So this is part of the 18 clue. The 18 clue must be at least 2 in size, but it could go up or it could go down, or both. So that's unhelpful. Ah, what am I missing? I am bad at these. So we know that these are 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These can't be 3 and 5. That's 2, 4, 6. That can't be 2. So 2 is up there. And we know these are 6, 7, 8, and 9. But they're wide open. That's unhelpful. This is what am I supposed to do? This is now part of a 10 clue because I can't fit, whether this grows or not, I can't fit anything else. So this is part of a 10 clue. So this grows, and now I need another 7. Wait, that has to be a 7 clue, which completes this column. This is all grey. This is a 4. This is a 7. If the 5 is up here, it's a 5 on its own, because I know I could still do 2, 3. Yeah. This is a 7 on its own. These are all grey. Does that put in? Yes, 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 yes. The 1 is outside on this, and these are now a different colour, and these must sum to 11. But I've only got 1 and 2 out of the picture, neither of which are you. Well, it eliminates 9, 2. But I've still got 8, 3, 7, 4, and 5, 6. So that's unhelpful. What is helpful is that 17 clue. This is part of an 18 clue, this is part of a 6 clue, this is part of a 17 clue. Now 17 could be done with 9, 8 if I do it in 2, but that would break that cell. This has to be a 3-cell clue. And this is now a 2-cell 10 clue. That 7 is making this an 8, and I can take 8 out of both of those. Oh, 8, 2. This is now grey. This is not an 8. Or a 7. That's a 9. Goodbye, 9s. Denied. This is a single region. This is grey. Now, 33 could be in as little as 5. Yeah, my brain is not remembering. 33 is in as little as 5, but it does mean that is orange that we're not sure about. This is now a 10 clue without 7, 8, or 9. This is 4, 6. These are now known. 1, 3, and 5. That's not 1. This 42 still isn't resolved. Okay, this all came from this column. This 18 is at least 3 cells, but it could be there or there. Either way, that is orange. So this 15 is now at least 4 cells. Could it go to 5? Yes, if it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I make this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? That would be a 6. 4 would go in. Yeah, I think I can. 2 would have to go over here. 7 would go. Yeah, I think I can. This would have to be the 5. This would have to be the 1. This would become a 6. This would be a 5. I'm not seeing a problem with that. Do I need to look at this from the perspective of 17? Hang on, 38. If this is shaded, the outies in this row would sum to 7, and that would have to be a 7, and it can't be. This is unshaded. So these two cells sum to 7. I can't use 1, 6. I can use 2, 5. I can use 4, 3. I can't use 6, 1. I started with that. So they're the only options in here. Close to getting... One has to go in one of those two cells because of the ones that are looking into this box. 2 is in one of those two cells. 7 is down here somewhere. Is there something I'm missing with just basic Sudoku? Please. Actually, is it this? Well, there's no 2 there anymore. I've already got that 10 total, though. That's a 3, 5 pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6, 7, and 9. 6 must go there, so 6 is not there. 6 is in one of those two. What am I missing? 1 is in one of these two cells, or these are both shaded. Can't put 1 there. For this to be unshaded, this would need to be a 1. It cannot be a 1, so it cannot be unshaded. This is an orange cell. This, however, could be an unshaded 1. And then these two cells would sum to 11. Or I could make those 3 cells sum to 11, and this could be shaded. And this would be a 3. Because 11 in 3 is doable in a lot of different ways. Now, if this is shaded, it's a 6. Makes that an 8. Because I'd have a 7, 9 pair here. This would become an 8. So if this is an orange 6, this is a green 5. All of these become... I don't see why that would be a problem. I mean, is there a problem with putting a 5 up here? Looks like I almost have to put a 5 up there because of the 5s. No, 5s can go anywhere up there. So this is 18, this is 16. 16 can grow to how long again? All the way up to 5 cell. But if it's 5 cell, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This cannot be 5 cells long, because for it to be 5 cells long, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and I can't use a 6. This is grey. Woohoo. Can this be 2, 4? Okay, this is a 10, so I can't use a 9 there. If I used a 7 there, this would be 2, 1 or 2, 1. I can't put a 1 in either of those cells, so this cannot be a 7. This can't be a 6 because as soon as I add that, that breaks it. So this is not a 6. So 6, 4, 8, 2, 6, 2. Hang on, can I grow this? If I go 6, 2, what am I going to add to it? I can't use 1. I can't add a second 2. This is 10. If this is 8, it has to just be a 2. If this is a 4, I've got to add another 4. I can't use 1, 3, and I can't. There's no such thing as 2, 2. This cannot grow. So that is grey. 15. Can I make those equal 10? Maybe. But these now sum to 10. I can't make this grow. The question is this orange? 16. I've got so much room. Okay, let's look at these cells because these are quite limited because I've got in here I have to put 4, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Ugh. Okay, that was not good. 9, 3 and 4 is too high. I can't put 9 here. 8, 3 and 4 is bang on. I can't, well, I could put 9 there if I can get to 15 with that, which I can't because I can't put a 10 there. This must grow. This must be green. 8 and 5 is not high enough. This must be green. So this cannot be a 9. These have to sum to 15. If I use it, 8, yeah, 8, 3, 4 works. And I can't use a 6 there because I did determine I can't use a 6 there. How did I do? Oh, because the 6 must be down here. So I can't use a 6 up there either. So 4, 7, 8, 3 and 5. So if this is 3, these sum to 12, which is 8 and 4. If these sum to 5, these sum to 10, which I can't do. This is 3. This is 8 and 4. I take 8 and... What did I just do there? I take 8 and 4 out of there. I can take... This is now a 5. 3, 5 and 1 does sum to 9. I can take 5 out of those. This 3 makes this a 5, which takes 5 out of both of those. I feel like I am just... I don't feel I'm doing this well. This is 12. Hang on, I can no longer put 5 in there, so this can't be 7? Because 7 plus... Yeah, so this can't be 7 anymore. So this is 8 or 9. But I haven't narrowed that down much. These sum to 7, but... hard puzzle. This might have been easier if I actually found the time some point to do the Paint by Numbers Institute puzzles. That was the Patreon reward for November for cracking the cryptic, but I never got to do them. I just never found the time. And I'm really feeling the pinch now. Hang on, that's 2468 quad. So I can't put a 6 or an 8 in there. That's a 7-9 pair in that box. So okay, so these sum to 17. If I make this a 6, a 4, and okay, calculator time. I am spending way too much time struggling with this. So I can't do 179. I don't have a 1. 269, no, because 2 and 6 are together. 278 is possible. 35, I don't have a 3 available. 458, I don't have a 5 available. 467, I could do. So it's 278, which would be 278, or 467. So I can do 2, 7. Hang on, either way, I've got to use a 7. So that's the 7. That's a 9. So if it's 278, that's an 8 and that's a 2. And if it's 467, that's a 4 and that's a 6. So I can take 4 out of there, and they're both the options. So they're the options I've got for this 17 cage. These have to sum to 10. That 7 takes 7 out of there. Is this now the only option in this box for a 7? Yes. So this is a 7. This is a 9. Takes 9 out of those. This is a 6-7 pair. That 5 makes that a 3, which makes that a 5. Takes 5 out of those, which takes 2 out of those. So this is a 4 and a 3, because these had to sum to 7. That takes 3 and 4 out of those, which makes that a 6. So these are 2, 8, and 9, which we know, if I've got that correct, do sum to 38, because I've just got an outies of 7. 2, 8, and 9. I really still feel like I'm struggling here. There'd be a reason for that. I'm struggling here. Okay, so 17, these have to sum to 15. I'm a lot more limited now because it's 15 in at least 4. And can I still do 5? 5 has got to be hard now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be 6, which would make this 4, which means that this wouldn't work. It has to be in 4. This is unshaded. Because if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I cannot make those sum to 10 because I'd have 6 and 8 in here, and this would blow the total. This is 15 in 4. So I can grab the thing, 15 in 4. Right. So 15 in 4. Now, I can't use a 7, which gets rid of some options. The only option that doesn't use a 2 is 1, 3, 5, 6, which would put a 6 there. So I have to use a 2 or a 6, so this becomes a 2 or a 6. Because every option either uses a 2 or a 6 in it. and I can't put a 2 or a 6 in any of those cells. Now, I also have the fact that these two cells, 17 plus 15 is 32, 45 minus 32 is 13. So those two cells sum to 13. So I can't use 4, 9. I can use 5, 8. I can't use 6, 7. So this is a 5, 8 pair. This is a 1. This is a 5. That 5, 8 makes this a 4. These sum to 10, so that's a 6. That's an 8. That's a 2. That 8 makes this a 9, makes this a 6. There is no 6 here. This is a 3, 4 pair, which makes that an 8. Now, 18. That has to be a 4 to make the total, leaving 3, which does make that 12. That 3 makes that 4, which makes that 3. Progress? Now, we now have this 15 must have a 1 in it. So 2, 3, 4, 6 goes away. So it's either 1, 2, 3, 9. Well, it's not 1, 3, 5, 6 because I can't use the 5. And it's not 1, 2, 4, 8 because I can't use the 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 9. So these become a 3, 9 pair. This becomes an 8. This becomes a 2. This is now 4, 7. There's no 8 here. Now this 18 now must be, yeah, it always had to be 3 cells, but I don't know if it goes up or down. Hang on, this is a 9, so which gives me my 17. So this is 11. I need another 7. Do I have to do it with just a 7, or can I? No, I could possibly use 1. No, I can't use 1, 6 because I can't put the 1 there. So I'd have to put the 6 there, and I can't do that. So I can't use 1, 6. I can't use 5, 2. I'd have to do 3, 4. I can't use 3, 4. So I have to just use a 7, and I can't put a 7 there. So this is a 7, and this has grown just down, and this becomes grey, which finishes the 16. Okay, so this has to be grey because I don't have a third number across here. 5 plus 7 is not 16. Actually, 4, 5, and 7 is 16. That is orange, and I have completed both that and that. This number is now complete. Okay, I also know what these digits are. They are 1, 3, and 6. In fact, that's a 6 because there's a 1, 3 in the column. I have a 1, 3 pair in the column. There's a 2, 9 here. This now becomes an 8. I can take 8 out of here, giving me a 2, 9 across here. This 6, that's a 6. That's a 4. That's a 6, which matches my 10. These now have to sum to 17. Well, I've got 12, so that becomes a 5. Now I need an 11 across here, so I need 2 cells that sum to 6. So I could put a 6 there. The only other ways to make 6 is with 2, 4. I could put 2 there and 4 there. I can't use 1, 5. So if I put 2 there and 4 there, that looks possible. So I can't rule that out. This is an 11, so this becomes 5. That comes 8. That becomes 5. These are now known to be 2 and 9, which is not resolved. These are 2, 8, and 9. That's not 9. This is 1 or 3. This is 3. This is 1. This is 3. This is 1. This is 3. This is 2. I still do 2, 4 though. This is not 2. I know what these two digits are. They are 1, 5. So 6 plus 3 is 9 plus 7 is 16. So that actually matches the total I'm after. That 2 is making that a 9 and that a 2. The 9 is making that a 3 and that a 9. This is a really long video. I hope everyone is sitting through it. I hope they're trying the puzzle. Or maybe not. Who knows? This is a 7 and an 8, which is resolved by that 8. So that's 7, that's 8. The number I'm after here is 19. 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 7 is 19. That's given me that. The 7 goes up, resolving that 4 and that 7. Missing from this column now is 1 and 5. I have a 1 down here, which makes that a 5 and that a 1. Now, in order to make this 11, I can't use... I needed another 6, and I couldn't use 1, 5. So that's grey, and this has to be a 6. So these two digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which are resolved. That 6 goes back, resolves. That is a 7 and that is a 6. This is 2, 8 or 9. Can't be 8. That 7 is making that 8 and that 7. The 8 is making that 2, that 9, that 8. The 2 is making that 9 and that 2. And that looks good. Cool. What's the image? Oh, it's an elephant. It's got a big floppy ear. I know Panthera likes doing animals. It's got a weird tusk, but I could tell because of the trunk. I wonder if it's the elephant in the room that on my anniversary, yes, this is also my anniversary, that I'm in here doing puzzles rather than spending time with my wife. It is very, very possible. Thank you, Panthera. That was fun. So I hope people gave the puzzle a try, or at least sat through the video or something. Thank you for sticking with me. And I will resume normal programming tomorrow. I have a bit of a queue of puzzles to get through that people have sent me over the last week. And I will try and find some time to get them done. Thank you everyone for joining me. If there's a couple of days break, or there's probably going to be a few days break coming up, when I get back to work, I'm going to have a fair bit to catch up with. So it is quite likely that I will have to work some long days. And when that happens, I'll probably not find time to record. So yeah, if that happens, I apologize, but I was always hoping to do maybe 2 to 3 videos a week, and I've been putting up videos daily for quite a while now. So yeah, I'm probably going to have to try and find time to slow down. That is backwards, but you know what I mean. Thank you everyone for watching, and good have fun with your puzzling.